Hello everyone, and today we are back for another Loomian Legacy PvP video, and today we're going to be showcasing Ventacean. We're running a very robust set with the health amulet item. I could definitely run heavy armor over health amulet, but I want this thing to have some HP back because I'm not running Slumber, I'm using Soft Water, so I'm trying to double dip with the Soft Water HP and the health amulet HP. My other moves are Battering Ram, Geyser, and Brace, with Sharp Edges as my ability. You could run Protective Shell so you don't get critted, but I'm running Sharp Edges so I can do damage to melee attackers. And the TPs, I have 200 in health, 200 in the melee defense, 44 in the energy, and then I have the rest into the speed. I'll personally put it in the range defense because, you know, just to have a little extra range bolt because this thing really doesn't have much. And the team I have around Ventacean is I got Gargolem Defense Form with Milkshake. I got Icicle Traps and Barbs that can do extra damage for Ventacean. I got Nova Diaz, who hits really hard. You know about Nova Diaz. I know about Nova Diaz. It's OP. I got Valkyrie that can set up a Radiant Forecast and flash and flee into something else. I got Eclipse there. Mainly there is a Slapdown Soak. I don't have anything that resists Dark, so Eclipse is there just for that. I got Boot Zulong that can Ancient Roar into Ventacean or Zip Zap into something else. And the last Loomian is a Snag Gulp. This thing can throw poisons, provoke opposing Loomians, and can throw up a perch to heal its HP back. And the reason why I don't have Gust on it is because my Gargolem Defense Form has Mudslide. With that out of the way, let's see how Ventacean does in battle. Alright, we're into battle number 1 with Ventacean. And let's go, there's a Windolin, that's good. And there's a Tyrex. Those are two decent Loomians I can use this against. But everything else, they're all ranged attackers, so that is awful. Gonna bring a couple of our ranged tanks here. There is a Soul Burster up the Dawn, so that's gonna be very fun to beat for me. That's gonna be very fun for me. As for everything else, I think I would lead off with you. Because I can place hazards. Barbs look awesome in this battle. And as for the last Loomian to bring, do I bring Snagoop or Snagulp? I mean, Snagulp isn't a bad bring, but no, weak. That thing just beats. Yeah, I can't bring it. I'm bringing you because there's Wind Trick, so that'll be what I do. I'll lead off with Defense Form on the Eruptodon. On the Zulong, okay. Well, Zulong is just going to go for the pivot move. So, it could have Chili Chomp, but I can live one Chili Chomp. Nope, it goes for the Ancient Roar, as predicted. I get hazards up. I get at least one layer of hazards. The only Wintrix could have Gus. Wintrix could have Gus. It could. But I don't think they usually run Gus. I know I run Gus on mine, but Wintrix doesn't usually run Gus, for my knowledge. So I can just go Valkyrie here and live the hit well. I could also go Nova Diaz as well, but I think Nova Diaz is too risky, especially if it goes for the Airtight move. Okay, it's going for a Peace of Mind, and that's actually very bad for me. I hate that. I don't like this at all. Well, okay. Well, I'm Flash and Fleeing then. Because he's going to stay in now. He's going to stay in now because of the Peace of Mind. He's just going to get my Valkyrie down to half health, so I might as well just pivot out. Okay, thank gosh he swapped. I don't care that he went Tyrex. I needed that. I could actually pivot out into that. I'm shocked he didn't just stay in and hurt my Valkyrie. Thank goodness. And I get free pivot. And that does a lot of damage, too. I can go into Ventacean, I think. Maybe even set up a move. But I think the smarter play is to go Nova Diaz here and go for the Boiling Press. So that'll be what I do. I'll go into Nova Diaz and go for the Boiling Press. That should still be enough for the Tyrex. Although, it did just get a Health Amulet tick, which does scare me. So, with just Boiling Press, just get rid of it. Please take it out. I mean, it's a super effective move. It should have. So, good. Tyrex is dead. Problem is, that was one of my Loomians I could have used Ventacean for, so that's kind of bad for me. Let's see who he brings next, though. It's probably going to be the Wintrix again. Let's see, though. Will it be the Wintrix? Well, he can't bring Wintrix because Boiling Press. He can most certainly bring the Sachi, though. And honestly, Primal Slash might be enough to KO the Sachi in one hit. It might be enough, honestly. It has no melee defense. It does! Awesome! Nova Diaz clutching up yet again. Nothing new. So that's 2 of his Loomians dead. Will Nova Diaz just get the sweep here? Can Nova Diaz just get the sweep? Man, that would be awesome if it can. It's going for an Ancient Roar or an Elemental Burst, so I'm not going to take that risk. I'm just going to go with Defense Form and place more hazards, or... I don't know. I'll just Primal Slash. There's no reason why not to. Yeah, he just Ancient Roared again. That's fine. I get free damage. If I would have swapped out, he would have had free momentum into his Wind Tricks on my Defense Form. So, I made the right play staying in, and I could do some damage to whoever comes in. He can't go Wind Tricks, because it's too risky. Instead, he goes Windolin, who loses his Clutch plushie. That, again, that sucks for my... Again, no. That sucks for my Ventacean. Because now I can't use my Ventacean for anything. So again, that's really bad for me. He's going to try to win with Wind Tricks, it looks like. But I could go for the Valkyrie play. I could go for a Radiant Forecast. And then I can pivot out. And then maybe I can pivot into Ventacean and do something. He goes for an Airblade, which won't do that much. Okay, your Glide Wind Tricks. That's actually a little scary. At least now we know you're not wise. So I'll still go for the Radiant Forecast to put some momentum on you. Dang it, you went for a Peace of Mind. That's very bad for me. I didn't think you're going to do that on that turn specifically, but that's okay. Valkyrie's on the field. They go for 2 Metal Blast, and we're fine. And then probably pivot. I'll probably be what we did. Brain Freeze won't do enough. Not enough at all. He has to swap. He has to swap. If he doesn't swap, he loses Wind Tricks. Oh yeah, he has to really swap. If he doesn't swap, he loses Wind Tricks. So, we just Flash and Flee here. Yes! Yes! We can use Ventacean in battle number 1. We can actually use Ventacean in battle number 1. Massive. Massive, massive, massive. Alright. Ventacean can indeed be used in this first battle, because if it goes for a Perch, it's not weak, so it's not resisting bugs. So we go Ventacean, we get to actually use the Showcase Loomian. You love to see it. Does it spam Perch? I don't know if it even has Perch. Let's see though. Yeah, it goes for the Perch, but he's going to be out of energy soon. He's going to be out of energy. If he keeps perching, he can't win. I can actually use Ventacean, the Showcase Loomian. And I just KO'd it anyway. Let's head into battle number 2 at Ventacean. Alright, battle number 2 at Ventacean. And let's see what you have. Please have melee attackers. Okay, Obsidragon and Helvantic. Those are 2 melee attackers. Helvantic does hit decently hard. Gotta be careful with Nova Diaz though, because Nova Diaz is a mixed attacker. Also, if Sea Drake gets multiple +1s, that could also be very rough too. So, gonna 100% bring my Boots Loomian, because I kind of have to. Yeah, Defense Form looks terrible in this battle, so we're not bringing Defense Form at all. We're gonna bring you, though, because you can pivot in and out and Metal Blast the Sea Drake. Sorry, I had the pop-up. I'm gonna bring Teclipse as well, because Teclipse, you know, is good for you, not good for you, but I can still kind of flinch it. So yeah, I'll lead off with Zulong, because, again, Zip Zap's free. He has nothing that is immune to Zip Zap, so I can use that to my advantage. So Zulong is great for this battle, although if he does lead Charonix, he can Lightspeed Ray, so that is something I definitely got to be a little careful about. Fortunately, you led with Cosmere, which is pretty bad for me. I'll just go for the Zip Zap, though. Yeah, he's staying in because he knows he can lift the hit. I could just go into Valkyrie, though. Or, you know, he's going to Hypnotize me or something stupid, isn't he? I might as well just throw up a Radiant Forecast, then. Okay, just place... I had Nova Diaz. Nothing on my team is kind of weak to Icicle Trap, so that's not the end of the world. I'll just go for the Radiant Forecast. Throw it up. Throw it up there. Alright, I threw up the Radiant Forecast. Do you have Hypnotize? Nope, you just stayed in and attacked me. For some strange reason. Now I spam Metal Blast. You can't swap out, because if you go into your Sea Drake to soak the Radiant Forecast, you take a Metal Blast in the face. So goodbye, Charonix. That was a terrible play. But unfortunately, his Charonix is still alive, so the Radiant Forecast is kind of a waste. I wish he would. Please go Sea Drake. Dang it, he's saving that Sea Drake. He knows. He knows that his Sea Drake is his way to win, which is terrible for me. He's gonna go Sea Drake now. Please don't go Sea Drake. Out of anything, don't go Sea Drake. Don't go Sea Drake. No Sea Drake. Okay, it's not Sea Drake, it's Helvantic. Helvantic's kind of rough too, but it's not the end of the world. We do have Ventacean, who has Health Amulet. You don't have a setup. If you go for the electric move, you're in a rough spot. If you go for Gnarly Gnash, you're in an even rougher spot. Thunder Crash, you recoil yourself. And I'm melee defensive, so I live to hit pretty well. That's really good for me. Sharp Edges coming in clutch there. I don't know if I'm going to go for a move here. I think I'm just going to go for a Geyser. I'm just going to go for Battering Ram, actually, because that does a lot of damage. He stayed in it for a Baneful. I lived that. Awesome. Battering Ram, please do enough. Please do enough damage. I don't think it will, though. It's not in Sharp Edge's range. Dang it, it's not in Sharp Edge's range. I mean, like, it sucks. I just gotta attack it. Because Sea Drake, he has Sea Drake on his team. Sharp Edges just didn't quite get him down all the way. At least we now know that he's not Boots. So we can actually go Nova Diaz. So we can actually go Nova Diaz and get rid of a layer of traps. So that's good. Tronyx is dead. Sea Drake can't come in. I go for Boiling Press, so he can't go Sea Drake. So, boom. Helvantic is dead. I wish Ventacean could have done a little more, though, but it was just not great for this battle. If Citragon, I have 3 things that can hit it. For Tronyx is a range attacker. Cosmere in Case is a range attacker. Plus, everything hits it super effectively. And Sea Drake would have just snowballed too much damage before it had the chance to come in. Speaking of Nova Diaz, there it is. We do have a Zulong in the back, though, so I'm just going to click Primal Slash. Yeah, actually outspeed is Nova. And that did half its health. It does have Outburst, but it's not enough to KO me. Again, though, I kind of don't really have a swap in. I guess I could have went Valkyrie. But you know what? I will go Valkyrie here. I will go Valkyrie. There's no reason to take that risk. Yeah, it goes for another Outburst, which I quad resist, which still did a lot of damage. Jesus, Nova Diaz, you hit hard. We just go for the Flash and Flee, though. Boiling Press won't be enough to KO the Valkyrie from this range. Won't be enough. It burns, but it's not the end of the world. I have enough for 1 Rejuvenate, so that's good. And the Nova Diaz is indeed dead. We go into the... We'll go... I don't know. We'll go to Eclipse or Zulong. We'll go to Eclipse. Because the Dark Surge flinch is pretty helpful. Again, I'm trying to play around the Sea Drake. Fire Breath isn't enough in 1 hit. I'm playing around that Sea Drake. I know he has his Sea Drake. There's no reason for him to not bring the Sea Drake. He's saving it specifically here. Oh no, his last one's Stratosaur. Oh, okay, we know his last 2 Loomians then. There's no reason to lose the Valkyrie then. There's no reason to keep Valkyrie then. So we just we lose it. Valkyrie's too low on HP, plus if I try to rejuvenate, Stratosaur's just gonna set up too much. So we gotta go Valkyrie. We need what we need is Zulong and... Yeah, we need Zulong and Eclipse to win the one-on-one with Cosmere and Case. That's what we're gonna do. And then if it goes Cosmere and Case, I pivot with Zip Zap. Zip Zap's basically free. And then I go Nova Diaz, and I just win with Nova Diaz right there. So, there's nothing he can do. I just sack my Valkyrie here. Second Valkyrie's the best play here. Yep, second Valkyrie's the best play here. Because I'm a boot Zulong. I 100% outspeed this Stratosaur no matter what. So, and if he doesn't stay in, and he goes Cosmere in Case, he loses the Cosmere in Case. So, there's nothing he can do about this. He has no play. He could definitely go back Soul Burst Stratosaur, though, but I don't think he has a play. He has to go Cosmere Encased here. He has to. And then I can just get rid of Icicle Traps and go for Boiling Press. Yeah, he loses Stratosaur. We win. We win now. Goodbye, Stratosaur. And now we just get rid of the Icicle Traps all the way. Although we kind of don't have to, but I'd rather do it. I'd rather just go Nova Diaz and just go for Primal. And then hopefully after a couple Primal Slashes, I can get down that Cosmere Encased all the way. It shouldn't have Bulk Up, so Primal Slash is the best play to go anyway. We have 3 things that can hit Cosmere super effectively. Not to mention the chances of flinching it. Okay, yeah, I'm dead from that, but we're fine. We live. It critted me, but no big deal. No big deal. No big deal. No big deal. We are fine. We go for the Elemental Burst of Zulong, and we win battle number 2. Ventacean didn't get to do anything. It was kind of just used as a sack, and that's kind of it. Hopefully in battle number 3, I can actually keep it alive a little bit longer. Let's head into battle number 3. Battle number 3 with Ventacean. Let's see what you have. Another Obsidian. There is a Nevermare. I wish I had Protective Shell for this one. And of course, everything else is ranged attackers. I swear. Anytime I showcase a melee tank, ranged attackers. Anytime I showcase a ranged tank, melee attackers. It's just kind of how it is, though. There is a Thawman, which is rough because it outspeeds everything. But I guess Thawman isn't the worst. I have Valkyrie, so Valkyrie looks amazing in this battle as well. So Valkyrie is a must bring. I'll bring you for the Dragodyne, and I'll bring you for Boots. And for the last thing I bring, I could set up Barbs. Hazards look amazing in this battle. I'm just worried if he leads Cephalops, because I don't really have a swap-in for Cephalops besides the Eclipse, so that's a little scary. I think I'll lead off Zulong then. I'll lead off Zulong. In prediction of the Cephalops lead. He went Nova Diaz lead. Interesting. He went Nova Diaz lead. I don't know what his Nova Diaz set is, so I just pivot with Zip Zap to do damage. We just Zip Zap to do damage, so boom, free damage. I got it down halfway. It's gonna go for the Ancient. Actually, yeah, Valkyrie's the best play. I have to go Valkyrie here. So yeah, Valkyrie is the best play. Are you ranged or melee? I can't tell. You're melee. Everyone's running the melee Divas as of late. I'll go for a Radiant Forecast. Radiant Forecast here. I'll go for the Radiant Forecast. You don't want to lose Nova Diaz. You don't want to risk it. He's going to stay in, isn't he? I'm calling it. He's going to stay in. Nope. He can't risk it. He can't risk that. He goes Obsidian to save it for later, and I get a Radiant Forecast up. Awesome. That's perfect for me. I can now go for a Flash and Flee now, because I outspeed this. So Flash and Flee is basically free, and if he goes into Nevermare, he risks the, you know, Radiant Forecast hitting him. So free Flash and Flee does a ton of damage. In fact, one-shots you. Awesome. Now we go for the... We'll go Ventacean so we can't go Nevermare. That's perfect. This forces Nevermare. He can't bring Nevermare in. If he brings Nevermare in, he loses it. I forced Nova Diaz, and then Nova Diaz dies. So, Ventacean's the perfect play, because if he goes Nevermare to soak the Radiant Forecast, I hit him super effectively with Battering Ram. So, this is literally the perfect play I can make here. He loses a Loomian. He loses a Loomian, basically. It could definitely be the cost of my Ventacean here, especially if he goes Nova Diaz. But I put him in a tough situation. He guaranteed loses a Loomian, and he lost Obsidian. So, this is perfect. I think he has to go Nova Diaz here. I think he has to go Nova Diaz. He left the game! I'm gonna honestly take that. Battle number 4. Battle number 4. Please just be melee attackers. Melee, but it hits me super effectively. Ranged, 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 ranged. Oh my gosh, what's with all the ranged attackers? But there is a Tatub. I am weak to it though, so it's still gonna do a ton of damage to me. But I guess it's just how it is. Sometimes you don't get the battles you want. I'll bring Stat Gulp though. Stat Gulp is good for the Tatub. So the good thing is I can throw poisons at pretty much everything. So that's good. I gotta bring you for his defense form now. There is a Pyrolin, but Pyrolin isn't the worst. I could bring you for that, but I have that. I could bring you for that. I don't know. I think I just lead off defense form, and if he brings Tatub, I just go into, you know, oh no. He has a Blowtox. He places down Icicle Traps here. No Zulong then. Probably a big mistake, but no Zulong. He leads off with the Toad. It's actually not terrible for me. I could actually place down a layer of Barbs and then a layer of Icicle Traps. So you know what? I'm going to stay into this matchup. What does Metatoad have? I outspeed it too, which is good. So what do you do? Okay, you're Slapdown, which Doesn't do that much damage. I can go for an Icicle Traps here and then force it out. This is good. Placing down hazards this early in the game I think is going to be very important for the rest of the match. Cycle Slap. Ow, does a lot of damage. Wish I brought Metatoad, though. Dang, I wish I brought Metatoad now. Well, I'll just Mudslide then. Dang it, this sucks. I didn't want to lose Metatoad to this. I didn't want to lose my Gargoyle Defense Form to this Loomian, specifically. But, I guess one thing that is good is I can bring Ventacean in for free. Because it should be able to outspeed the Toad. Battering Ram for free. If he goes Tatub, he can't go Tatub. He can't go anything. This is good. I put pressure. He could go Defense Form, but Defense Form takes damage to Icicle Traps. He could go Pyroland, but Pyroland takes damage too. Not to mention the potential risk with Geyser. So, this is good. Watch the Metatoad outspeed me, though. No, it doesn't. So, goodbye, Metatoad. It dies in one hit. Awesome! Ventacean gets a KO. Unfortunately, though, I lost Defense Form, which does pretty much set up free Pyroland. Yep, as expected, free Pyroland. Nothing new here. It does take damage from the Barbs, though, which is good. But I don't know how I'm going to break through it. I guess I could stay in for one play and go for Battering Ram. Just to do some damage. He might not stay in. He does stay in. He goes for a Peace of Mind. Oh gosh, that's terrible. But I get a little bit of damage, which is good. But, man, this is tough. I know he's Rageful. I get a crit, which helps. I'll go into my Novadius then. I kind of have to. Oh god, I kind of really have to, actually. This is rough. Stop him, so I live, right? Right. I do. Easy. Okay, we're good. Primal Slash. We Primal Slash here. We Primal Slash. Pyroland's at risk of taking a Primal Slash in the face. This is really good. I don't really have anything else to outspeed the Pyroland, though, because, again, I didn't bring my... whatchamacallit? Boots Zulong, so... I gotta still be kind of careful. Pyroland does not want to take this risk, though. But there's also the risk of me having nothing left. Let's see what he does here. Please stay in. Lose your Pyroland, please. Personally, I don't want any Pyroland, so... yeah. Stay in. I know you wanna. I know you wanna, Pyroland. He does. He's gone, right? Oh, come on. Really? How do you live that hit? He's definitely running melee defense. There's no way he isn't. At least he takes damage from the Barb next time he comes in. And Tyrannox also takes a lot of damage too, which is good. I don't think he has a swap in the Divis, which is good. Novadius is perfect for this. Critical hit also helps, but of course he is Health Amulet. So, this might not even be enough to KO it. I think he's running melee defense on everything, I swear. It's fine now. I think we're in a perfect position, though. I think that crit definitely helps. Yeah, he has to swap. Back into Pyroland. Oh my gosh, please just KO it. KO the thing, please. Please let me just KO this thing. If I can get rid of Pyroland, I'll be in a pretty good position. Yes! Okay. I had nothing else to outspeed that, so if that thing had set up, that could have wrecked me. Huge. Does he have any other melee attackers? He maybe has Obsidian. And if he does, I'm going Ventacean. If he goes Obsidian, I'm going Ventacean. No doubt about it. Okay, he went back Tyrannox. He's going for a light speed, isn't he? He's going for a light speed ray. Nope, he didn't. Goodbye, Tyrannox. Novadius being clutch. Nothing new here. You had an Imperior this whole time, and you didn't go into it. What? You had an Imperior this whole time, and you didn't go into it. Why didn't you go into this thing? You had this thing the whole time. Well, I guess I won't argue it. I don't know what his last Loomian is. I don't know if it's Tatub or Obsidian. So I'm just going to go with a Boiling Press. I outspeed his Imperior. So his Imperior's dead too. I lose my Novadius, but I think this is fine. we get to actually see what his last Loomian is. If his last one's Obsidragon, I set up braces. I think. Yeah. And his last one's Tata. Okay, it's defense form. His defense form's too low to really do anything. So, I can just throw up geysers. He can set up hazards, though. But it's a little too late for his defense form. I'm kind of shocked that he left this thing in the back and didn't use it earlier, but I can just geyser it, do some damage, and then go... Honestly, Valkyrie wins us the game. And honestly, I think I'm just going to go Valkyrie now, honestly. How much will this do? Okay, that does a decent chunk, so... I'm going to go Valkyrie. I'm going to throw up a Radiant Forecast, because I kind of have to. And then we'll kind of see what we do from here. Get another layer of barbs. Problem is he could spam Driving's Force. So we're going to throw up a Radiant Forecast now. We're going to throw up a Radiant Forecast now before this thing can do a lot of damage to me. But boom, there's a Radiant Forecast. He goes for the Driving's Force. Got a crit, unfortunately. But now with the Radiant Forecast up, we should be fine. Be Ventacean. Awesome, Ventacean's back. And if he hits me with a Driving's Force again, we're in pretty good shape. Plus some Health Amulet, too. So, we just throw up geysers and we win. Because, again, the Radiant Forecast is up. The Radiant Forecast is up, which is perfect. Boom! Free damage. He is Milkshake. He gets hit by sharp edges. Awesome. And the Radiant Forecast hits this turn. And the Snag Gulp, though. The Snag Gulp does no damage. But I could also go for a... Provoke to stop an Empathize. So I will do that. I'll stop the Empathize. So yeah, I'll stop the Empathize. Yeah, he went for an Empathize, didn't he? Or a layer of barbs. Struck by Radiant Forecast, no damage. Awesome. We just set stream the rest of the way and we win. Oh my gosh, that was intense. Goes for Driving's Force. Again, there's nothing the Gargolem can do. There's nothing he can do. We win with just Ventacean. Oh my gosh, we win with just Ventacean. I'm getting hurt by barbs, but the Health Amulet is keeping me alive. And honestly, this is a great battle for Ventacean. Even though I didn't get to really use it that well as a melee tank. So yeah, there we go. GG's. That was a beautiful Ventacean showcase. It didn't do that much. It died, honestly, it died way too quickly. There's a lot of ranged attackers, and I didn't get many melee ones. But it was still able to do a lot of damage with Battering Ram, and Soft Water support with Health Amulet definitely helps as well. Hope you guys enjoyed this video of me showcasing Ventacean, and I'll see y'all all later. Bye-bye!